Would you object to a man not wanting to date a trans woman? Starting with you.
Oh boy. Would I not date him because of that?
No. Would you object to a man not wanting to, like Gustavo here, if he was like, yeah, I don't think I would date a trans woman, would you object to that?
No. As long as he's not like being transphobic unnecessarily and like being unkind to trans women, if that's just like a personal preference, I think that's fine.
Well, the personal preference is he's not being transphobic or rude or mean in any way, but he would say essentially, I wouldn't date them because they're trans.
I mean, I think it probably comes from a place of just like bias, but I mean, I can't say that someone needs to date someone that they're not comfortable dating. Like, okay. I think, yeah. If they're completely post-op and like completely indistinguishable, maybe I would like...
Is that possible? I don't think that's possible to be 100% indistinguishable.
And if they still were really opposed to it, maybe I would question it, but no. In general, no.
Well, let's assume that's the case. They've gotten surgery and they're taking hormones. They've gotten breast implants and wigs, or I don't know. They got the bottom surgery. Mm-hmm. And then the man still doesn't want to date them.
I mean, I still can't really object to like someone's personal dating preferences, you know?
Going around the table on this.
There will be plenty of men who want to, so it's okay if some men are uninterested in that. There's so many factors that go into dating preferences. You know, maybe their goal is biological children, and you can't do that with a transgender individual. I think those type of dating preferences, as long as they're non-discriminatory, are no problem.
Wouldn't it be it would be discriminatory.
Yeah, but if discriminatory, not in a bigotry sense. It's not in a hateful way. It's just a preference.
I think it's weird to tell other people what to do with their bodies and what they subject themselves to. So
I agree with Luce with what she said.
No preferences, just don't be rude.
Would that include to the redhead? I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Please don't hold that against me.
I'm holding it against you.
Gertrude. Her name's Gertrude.
Yeah,
No.
Gertrude. I'm sorry.
Let's call her Gertrude.
I'm sorry, Gertrude. Would that include unaliving? You don't care if people unalive themselves because it's their body?
What?
Wait, what?
Okay.
Wait.
Good night.
Hold on. Wait, sit down.
This is actually a topic that I don't really feel comfortable talking about. I lost someone to...
You can convince her, Nick. You got it.
Unaliving.
You can convince her. Get her a slice of pizza. Get her a slice of pizza, a C4, and some tater tots, okay? She'll be fine. What about your answer?
Give her one of my brownies.
What about your answer?
We're talking about 100% straight
I honestly didn't even feel like that was a very invasive question.
I understand that you feel it's not invasive, but
okay,
I personally lost someone.
We're moving on.
Being
Answer
unalive,
the question.
So.
Okay.
No.
That's just...
No.
I wouldn't date a trans man.
Damn, that's crazy, Madison.
Does that make me transphobic?
You're a fucking bigot.
Then I'm a bigot.
Get her some tater tots. She'll be fine. Get maybe a blanket, a little blankie. Get her a blanket. Get her some tater tots, mashed potatoes. Even get maybe even. You got it.
Look at this champ.
Sorry.
Wait, I got you. Don't worry.
This is...
Whoa. Okay. A little tension.
Okay. It's okay.
My roommate told me to take you home.
What?
Whoa. My roommate told me that you're our new roommate.
Okay.
So she loves you. In my opinion, unaliving.
Wait. Just don't even.
Guys, that was the best. That was the best part of my night.
Yes.
That was the best part of my night.
What was the best part of your night?
My little kiss. Anyways, I think to equate.
Are you guys gonna smash after this?
I think to equate.
I think there's a little chemistry here.
A
little chemistry.
I won't deny. To equate unaliving yourself to an issue of not caring about.
Oh my God! Don't. Okay, go ahead.
Wait, can we just move on to the next question?
No, I'm trying to move on, but.
Sorry. We can move on. It's a sensitive subject for me.
It's fine.
Okay, so
fine.
related to the trans thing though. We're still related to dating. Would it be straight? God damn, I promised I wouldn't even go. Okay.
Oh my God.
I promise, Nick.
Jesus, I can't believe you're breaking a promise right now. It is really hot.
It is.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I wanna take my clothes off.
Excuse me?
Your excuse.
Okay.
That was fire, so whatever.
What the fuck?
What the heck? Wow.
Okay, really
should I
quick.
get into
would
voice
it be straight for? Is it straight for a man to date a trans woman? This is the last time I'm ever asking this question.
Yeah. Because she's like identifying as a woman in a woman's body, and it's like perceived as a heterosexual relationship. So I would consider that straight.
Let's get everybody's answers.
I
on
would
this.
say that's a
Okay.
trans relationship, but that's also subjective to the people, and I don't feel like I'm not a trans person, so I can't really define it myself.
Word.
No, biologically, that's not how that works.
Not straight. Okay.
If she still has a penis, then no.
What if there is no peen?
I'd say it's pretty straight.
Pretty straight. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's straight.
Straight. What if there's a peen? Straight.
I would question a straight man who would have sex with someone with a penis. I would question if they were fully straight, but if they said they were fully straight, then like,
Oh shit.
I don't know. I mean,
Damn, Andrew's losing his mind over there. Okay, what about you?
No.
Not straight.
No, not
Not straight, Maddie.
Not straight out.
All right, not straight. So you said straight. You said could be straight. You said straight, regardless of the.
yeah, I think
peen.
it's straight.
I refrain to say that I'm just not trans, so I can't like define their relationship. But I also think sexuality is something that's so fluid, and like plenty of straight people experiment with, you know, different types of relationships.
It's not gay if you only suck dick. Sorry. It's like the song. Sucked in a
But okay, so straight. It's short form slang. Do you guys agree that straight is short form slang for heterosexual?
Yeah.
Okay. So how could it ever be heterosexual?
Well, I can just ask this one question around the panel, if you'll humor me, Brian. Without using the word gender, what does the word homosexual mean?
A homo. Sorry.
Damn, bro.
Same sex.
Get this bigot out of here.
Same sex attraction has nothing to do with gender, but rather sex, biological sex.
I got bullied
Okay.
in high school. I can use the slurs. It's
Checks
okay.
out.
So heterosexual would be based on biological sex as well.
From a just definition standpoint, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be straight.
What is the definition of homosexual across the board?
A homo. Sorry, I'm tired.
Same-
I'm just like in my silly like.
I mean,
Same
it's
sex
attraction.
relationship.
It's same-sex attraction, but if someone transitions to the point where you
Split it.
perceive them to be that
Come on,
gender,
man. got
you don't
this.
know.
You got this, Nick.
You don't
do it,
know.
Nick.
You don't know what their biological sex is. You can say that, oh, I can always tell, whatever. But like, if you really can't perceive their biological sex, then how can you say it's not straight if they don't know?
What if you can perceive their biological sex?
I like to think that other people's relationships are none of my
Yeah,
business.
no, hang on. What if you can perceive their biological sex?
What if you can?
Why does it matter that much to you? You know, like I just think
Truth.
let these
So
people
I'm
live
just
their
testing the
lives.
logic, whether it matters or not
Okay,
to
wait,
you.
I
And
have-
your
I have a
subjective
question.
framework is irrelevant.
I have a
I'm
question.
just testing her logic. I know you need to jump in every time I'm talking to someone else, but I'm not talking to you right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask her again, if it's okay with you, Your Majesty, if she can explain what she means when I ask her, what if you do know what her biological sex is?
Well, personally, I would define it as same gender attraction, but you said we can't say gender, so I mean, like,
Yeah.
in that case, I guess if we have to strictly go based off sex, then no, it wouldn't be heterosexual, but that's not how I view same-sex
And
attraction.
is gender a social construction?
Tilted down.
Sorry?
Wow, it takes fucking 3 women to do that.
Oh my god.
At
Is
least we could
gender
change
a
a light
social
bulb.
construction?
Put our brains together.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Is gender a social construction?
Yes, I don't think...
And did we agree earlier that social constructions don't actually exist in material reality?
Yeah, so then, I mean, does heterosexuality exist? Does homosexuality exist? Like, I don't
Well, yeah, those are biological terms. For instance, if you were to determine that 2 animals were homosexual animals, how would you do so?
The show.
If we determine how they... by, like, biological sex, because animals don't have gender.
Oh, like and are human beings animals?
Yes.
Oh, well, then I guess we can determine who's a homosexual and who isn't.
We
just
have
like
a
we
higher
can every other
intellectual
animal,
level.
can't we?
I mean, you could say that, but I mean, still, like, in inexperienced. People who identify as straight can date trans people and still identify as straight. Like, you can tell them that they're not.
You're identifying based on a social construction, correct?
Yeah, and they're
those don't
attracted to the
exist in
social
material
construction
reality.
of someone
So-
else's gender. I don't know.
So how would you identify if two elephants were engaged in a homosexual act?
I would identify their penises, their P in P in B. Excuse me.
It seems like it's pretty simple, right? And we're animals just like elephants,
Well,
right?
yeah, but we have elephants can't do social constructs. We can, so it's a little more nuanced
Yes, that's right,
for
but
humans.
social constructs don't exist in material reality, remember?
I didn't say that.
Those are
but
that shit we just make up.
it's a little more nuanced for humans, I think. I think if someone says they're straight and they want to die on that hill, then so be it. They're straight. I can't tell them they're not.
Yeah, but why not?
Because I have no
If it
interest
just
in
means
doing that.
heterosexual or opposite sex, we do know what that means. If you were to identify that two elephants were heterosexuals, what would you be looking for?
I already said what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking for their biological sex, but we're not elephants.
And why is it that that does not apply to humans just because they claim the opposite of what is reality?
Because humans are not elephants. We have minds that can construct things like gender and gender identity.
Yes, we can construct these things which do not exist. However, what is the
Wait, you think
truth
gender
of the
identity
matter?
doesn't exist
Why
at all?
Why is it that if two elephants had sex with each other, you could say it's homosexual or heterosexual sex based on the sex, but for some reason you can't make that determination with humans?
Because we're not elephants, and we actually do have gender identities. And if you look at someone and
That's an identity. It does not
I have a question.
exist absent the mind.
What about people that are born intersex or both gendered, which is a
Yes, we can engage in
relative majority
intersex
of our
dynamics.
population, like, and they choose to transition to one or the other. So biologically, they are technically both. Say I was born
Let's
intersex.
grant it. Hey, let's
would I
grant
not
the
be in a
entire
straight?
thing.
Would I not be in a straight relationship if I
Let me
was intersex
just
and
grant
dated
it.
a man?
Let me just grant for a second that intersex people are a third sex.
Sure.
99% of transgender people do not identify, and nor are they, intersex. So this would still be begging the question, even if I granted to you that there was a third sex, which there isn't, but I just assumed that there was based on intersex dynamic. 99% of trans identities do not come from intersex biology. So we're
How would you discuss the double allele theory? So the double X, double Y chromosome that exists biologically. It's been linked to homosexuality as well as being transgender. People born with double X or double Y chromosome are
Those would be
physically more
intersex.
feminine. No, actually, there are people who are not born intersex that do carry more male biology or more female biology. A perfect example is Castor Semenya, biological female track and field runner.
Let's just grant all of that. What is the percentage of trans people who hold such conditions?
I would love
It
to
would be a very
more
low
educated.
percentage, yes?
No, but my point is she's a
No, but my
biological
point is
female
that
who
I'll
is
just
more
grant it.
genetically
I'll
male.
just grant all of the
grant-
outliers.
I will
Totally
just
irrelevant to
grant that
me.
I am right all the time and that women have no perspective of the trans community and can have no
but
input
I'm granting
on
your
elephants.
argument.
And then think about zebras,
I'm
guys.
literally granting
Have you
your argument.
ever thought
I'm
about a
granting it.
zebra?
I'm
If
saying
you're
your
lying, you
argument
can't
is true
even
for the
see the
sake of
zebras. They
argument.
blend
Whew,
together.
I've never thought.
That was so sorry. That was Nick back there.
So let's try this again.
Sorry, that
I'm
was Nick.
granting everything you're saying as true, which is still irrelevant to my argument.
Can we talk about something else?
So assuming for a second
rotting my
that
brain.
let's say it's 20% of trans people
Switch
have an
question.
intersex condition.
Why are you so
which
obsessed
is
with
fucking
trans
ins-
people
you're still
not being
listening.
able to
You're just
identify
talking.
as they
Trans
want
people
to?
can just
Who
like
cares?
exist, and that's okay.
Let them live their
Who cares?
lives.
I'm trying. Well, I care, or I
Why?
wouldn't be asking.
Wait, no,
Why do you
I have
care?
an actual question. If a guy says he's straight, but he's fucking a trans woman, and that makes him gay in your mind, like, why does it bother you that he is falsely identifying as straight?
You're co-opting.
No, I'm
That's
genuinely.
awesome.
I'm actually curious why it's a
Wait.
problem.
W. Andrew, take the L.
That's actually awesome that you just said. Why does it bother you that he falsely
Yeah,
identifies?
in your logic, it's false because we're elephants and we can only
Change it.
identify based on biological sex.